During the first quarter of the journey from station A to station B, the velocity of the train is uniformly accelerated. During the last quarter, it is uniformly retarded, and the middle half of the journey is performed at uniform speed. Then, so that the average speed of the train is two-thirds of its full speed. Let the train start from A, it comes to rest at B. Let the total distance be S. First quarter of the distance means this is S by 4. This is also S by 4. This distance is S by 2. Let's its acceleration be A. Let's its retardation be A. Let's its maximum speed be V0. So it travel with a constant speed V0. Since it cover equal distance S by 4 and S by 4, so this acceleration and retardation must be same in magnitude. Now from let this point be A, let this be P, let this be Q, and let this be B. From A to P, we can say A to P, the acceleration is A, the time is, let it be T1, let this time be T1, let this be T2, let this be T3. So the final velocity is V0. We can say V0 is equal to U means 0, since this start from rest, plus A T1. This is the first expression. Also, S by 4 is equal to UT means 0 plus half into A into T1 square. Now from here we can say T1 is equal to, these two will cancel out, we get T1 is equal to root over S by 2A. We can also say this T1 must be equal to T3 because the distance is same, the retardation is same, so we can say final velocity means 0. From Q to B we can say 0 is equal to U means V0 minus A into T2, T3. So from here we can say T3 is equal to V0 by A. This is also equal to T1. From this expression we can see this is also equal to T1. So in general we can say T1 and T3 both are same. We can also say T2 that is equal to S by 2 divided by V0. This is the distance, this is the time for uniform speed. So this is equal to S by 2 V0. We also know V0 square is equal to 0 square plus twice A into S by 4. So we can say V0 is equal to root over AS by 2. Now we can say T2 that is equal to S divided by 2 V0. 2 V0 means it is root over AS by 2. Root 2. So it comes out to be root over S by 2A. So we can say T1, T2 and T3 all are, this is also equal to T2. Now we can say, now we have to calculate the average speed. Average speed of the train can be written as V average, which is equal to the total distance traveled divided by total time taken, that is T1 plus T2 plus T3. So the total average speed comes out to be S divided by T1 plus T2 plus T3. As we know T1, T2, T3 all are equal, so it is equal to 3 root S by 2A. This can be written as, we can write this V average as V average is equal to S by 3 root over S by 2, root over S by 2, or this is equal to root over 1 by 3 root over 2 AS. V average is this. Now we know maximum speed V naught. So from here we can say V naught is equal to, this is the maximum speed, V naught is equal to root over AS by 2. So V average comes out to be 1 by 3 root over 2 times 1 by 3 root over twice AS. AS can be written as root over AS can be written as root over 2. So this into 2 into V naught. So this V average comes out to be 2 by 3 V naught. So hence it is proved that V average is 2/3 to that of the maximum velocity. Next question is, a body is moving from rest. A body is moving from rest, so its initial speed is 0 under constant acceleration, and let s1 be the displacement in the first p minus 1 second. So s1 is equal to 0 plus 1 by 2 a into p minus 1 square. Because this is given, s1 is the displacement in first p minus 1 second and s2 be the displacement in p second. So I can say s2 is equal to 0 plus a by 2 into p square. Then we have to find the displacement in p square minus p plus 1th second. So we know snth is displacement in nth second is u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. Here n is equal to p square minus p plus 1. So substituting it, we get displacement in nth second, that is equal to 0 because u is 0, it is given, plus a by 2 into 2 in place of n I will substitute p square minus p plus 1. So it is p square minus p plus 1 minus 1. This is equal to snth is equal to 0 plus a by 2, which can be written as 2p square minus 2p plus 2 minus 1. So from here I can say this is equal to a by 2 into p square minus 2p plus 1 minus p square plus p square. Because this 2 minus 1 become 1, this p square is split into two parts, p square plus p square. So this is equal to a by 2 into p minus 1 whole square plus p square. Or we can say this is equal to a by 2 into p minus 1 square plus a by 2 into p square. Now if we see S1 is 1 by 2 a into p minus 1 square. So this is actually S1 plus a by 2 p square is actually S2. So I will write here S2. So the answer is S1 plus S2. A body is thrown vertically upward with an initial speed u. It is u. It reaches a maximum height in 6 seconds. So time taken to reach maximum height is t1, which is equal to 6 seconds. Find the ratio of distance traveled by the body in first second. Means you have to calculate s1. Distance traveled in first second is s1 and the distance traveled in 7th second is s7. So we have to find the ratio of this and this. s1 and s7. Now as we know, the final velocity here is 0. So for upward journey we can say final velocity 0 is equal to u, which is not known, minus a means 10 and time is 6 seconds. So from here we get u is equal to 60 meter per second. So speed of projection of the ball is 60 meter per second. So this ball is projected with a speed of 60 meter per second. Now distance travel in first second. So I can say S1, since the ball is moving in single straight line, unidirectional motion for first 6 seconds. So I can say magnitude of displacement is also distance S1 is equal to 60 into 1 ut plus half a means minus 10 into t square means 1. This comes out to be 60 into 1 minus 5, that is 55 meter. Now this is the value of S1. Now during 7 second, we know the distance, this is the 7 second. In 6 second it reaches this point. In 7 second it fall a distance of, I can say S7 is ut. During downward journey, for the first second of downward journey, this is also the 7 second. I can say u is 0, so it is 1 by 2, g means 10 into 1 square, that is equal to 5 meter. In 7 second it travel only 5 meters. So I can say S1 is 55 and S7 is 5. So it is 11 is to 1. So this is 11 is to 1. See, this is the question, this is a good question. Two ball A and B are thrown simultaneously, let at t is equal to 0. These two balls are thrown. A is thrown from ground, this ball is A, it is projected upward from ground with a speed of Va, that is equal to 20 meter per second, while B is thrown from a height of 40 meters. So this height is 40 meter. In downward direction, this is UB, that is equal to 20 meter per second in downward direction. You have to calculate where the two ball will meet. So let this two ball meet at this particular point B. Let this be SB. Let this be SA. So I can say SB, that is equal to 20, because 20 is downward, SB 20 into T plus half, G means 10 into T square. In the same way SA, this is actually mod of SB. SA is equal to UT, U means 20 into T. The acceleration is downward, so it is minus half into 10 T square. This is also equal to mod of SA. Now we can say the two ball, when the two ball will meet, then SA plus SB comes out to be 40. So from these two expression I can say SA plus SB is 40T, and that is equal to 40. So T comes out to be 1 second. So after 1 second the two ball will meet, and if I calculate SA comes out to be, it is 20 minus 5, that is equal to 15 meter. So it means the two ball meets at 15 meter above the ground. Above the ground. A particle move in a straight line covers half the distance with a speed 3 meter per second. So this distance, let this total distance be S. Half the distance means S by 2. It cover with speed V1, that is equal to 3 meter per second. The other half of the distance in 2, let this time be T2. Let this time be T1. This time is T2. The other half of the distance is covered in two equal interval of time with a speed of 4 by 4.5. So this time is T2 by 2. It travel with a speed V2, that is equal to 4.5 meter per second, and this is also T2 by 2, and the speed here is V3, that is equal to 7.5 meter per second. So this distance covered is speed into time. We can say it is 4.5 into t2 by 2 plus this distance is 7.5 into t2 by 2, and this is equal to s by 2. This is the total half distance. Now from here we can say t2, so this will cancel out. We can say t2 is equal to s divided by 7.5 plus 4.5. So t2 comes out to be s by 12. Now the average speed we can say V average is total distance travel, it is S divided by total time T1. We know T1 is equal to distance, which is S by 2, divided by speed is 3. So T1, I can say T1 is equal to distance S by 2 V1 plus T2. T2 means S by 12. So it comes out to be S by 1 by 6 plus 1 by 12 into S. So this SS will cancel out, and the final answer is 6 into 12 divided by 80. And 6 will cancel out, we get 3 multiplied by this is 4. So the average speed is V average is 4 meter per second. This is the answer. A body starts from rest with uniform acceleration. If its velocity after n second is v, then find the displacement in last 2 seconds. Since the question says the velocity initial is 0, we know u is equal to 0. Let the acceleration be a. The velocity v is equal to u means 0 plus a into n. This is the value of v. The displacement in last 2 seconds can be calculated as displacement in n second, which is equal to 1 by 2 a into n square, because u is 0, and the displacement in n minus 2 second, which is equal to 1 by 2 a into n minus 2 square. So displacement in 2 second is S2, that is displacement in last 2 seconds. Displacement in last 2 seconds is Sn minus Sn minus 2, which is equal to, we know Sn, that is equal to 1 by 2 a into n square minus 1 by 2 a into n minus 2 square. So this comes out to be 1 by 2 a into n square. This is n square minus n minus 2 square. So S2 comes out to be a by 2 into, this is a square minus b square, so it is a plus b, it is 2n minus 2 multiplied by a plus b into a minus b. So a minus b comes out to be only 2. So this S2 is equal to a into 2a into n minus 1, and we know from here a is equal to v by n. So I can write S2 is equal to 2 into v by n into n minus 1, because from here we can say a is equal to v by n. From here I can put here, I will substitute the value of a here. So this is the displacement in last 2 seconds. A point starts moving on a straight line with constant acceleration. At a certain time t after beginning of the motion, the acceleration becomes retardation of the same value. Find the time in which the point returned to the initial point. Let the particle start from here with some acceleration, let it be a, this time be t. Up to this time the acceleration remains in this direction, but at this particular instant the acceleration reverses direction. So the particle moves forward and again return to its starting point. Let this time be t dash. So I can say s, let this distance be s. So s is equal to ut means 1 by 2 a into t square. Similarly we can say similarly we can say v means the speed at this instant v is equal to a into t. From o to p, this point is p, the velocity at p is at. The distance traveled by the particle from o to p is s, which is equal to 1 by 2 at square. Now when this particle after this p, the acceleration become retardation, so the particle stops here, finally comes to rest and return back. So we can say the displacement again s is equal to ut plus half at square. We can say from p to o, the acceleration remains same. The displacement is minus s, because this particle from here it goes backward, so it is minus s, which is equal to u means it is v, t means it is t dash, and minus 1 by 2 because acceleration become retardation, it is a into t dash square. So s comes out to be 1 by 2 a into t square is equal to v means at, this is a into t dash minus 1 by 2 a into t dash square. So this a will cancel out. So this a will cancel out, and finally we get t dash square minus 2t into t dash square minus 2t dash minus t square is equal to 0. Now if you see this expression, this is quadratic. In t dash because t is known. So from here we can say t dash is equal to minus b. Minus b matlab it's minus b means it's 2t plus minus root over d means b square means 4t square plus 4as. 4as means it is 4 into t square, so it is minus 4as means 4 t square divided by 2a means 2. So from here we get t dash is equal to t plus minus root 2t. But we know t dash can never be negative, so t dash is equal to t plus root 2t. So the total time taken by the particle to come to O is t, which is equal to t plus t dash, which is equal to root 2 plus 2 into t. So this is your answer. This is the total time taken by the particle to reach this point O. See, these are the two cars A and B are at same initial point. Their initial point is same. If A start with constant speed, this car A move with constant speed VA is equal to 40 meter per second, whereas car B move with constant acceleration of 4 meter per second square. Find the time when B catches this A. So since the speed of B is increasing, so let these two catches at this point. A is here and B is here. Let this be SA and this be SB. We can say when the two will catch, SA must be equal to SB. So SA is equal to VA means 40 into T, because A is moving with constant speed, and SB that is equal to half into A means 4 into T square. So from here we get T that is equal to t is equal to 20 seconds. So after 20 seconds these two car will meet. So this is the first part. Now second part is also find the maximum separation between these two car during this interval. So I can say separation. Let the separation be S, which is equal to SA minus SB. So separation S is SA. SA comes out to be 40 into T minus SB means 1 by 2 A means 4 into T square. Now this separation is actually the function of time. So we can say the separation is maximum when ds by dt is 0. If I differentiate it, we get 40 minus 4t is equal to 0. So from here we get t is equal to 10 second. At 10 second the separation between these two are maximum. So we can say maximum separation is 40 into 10. I will substitute the value of t here, 40 into 10 minus 2 into 10 square, which is equal to 200 meter. So the maximum separation between these two cars is 200 meter during this interval. Two trains are on the same line are approaching one another. These two trains are moving in the same direction. They are approaching each other with a speed of UA, U1 and U2. When they are at distance x, this distance is x, each of them see each other. Now we have to avoid the collision. So we have to prove that if the collision is not there, so this is the condition. F1 and F2 are the retardation. So its retardation is F1, its retardation is F2. Now when the collision is not there, let the particle, this two train comes to rest at this particular point. So let this train travel distance x1, let this train travel distance x2. So we can say, so there is no collision if x1 plus x2 is equal to x. This is the minimum condition. x1 is equal to ut plus half at square. So I can say final velocity 0 square is equal to u1 square minus 2 f1 into x1. So x1 is equal to u1 square by 2 f1, and similarly we can say x2 is equal to u2 square by 2 f2. So I will substitute the value of x1 and x2 here. I can say it is u1 square by 2 f1 plus x2 means u2 square by 2 f2, that is equal to x. So from this expression we can say u1 square into f2 plus u2 square into f1 is equal to 2 f1 f2 into x. So this is the condition for no collision. Question: a particle is moving in a straight line and is observed initially to be at distance a from a point marked. Let this point marked be O. The particle is at distance a, so this distance is a. Let this point be P. After an interval of n second, means let this t is equal to 0. At t is equal to t1, this is equal to n. It is at distance b from this mark point, and after at a distance c, means this distance is c, at time t2, that is equal to 2n second, and at distance d, so this distance is d, after t3, that is equal to 3n second. Now we have to prove that the acceleration is constant. Prove that if the acceleration is constant, d minus a is equal to 3c minus b. Let the speed here be v0. So we can say b minus a is equal to this distance. For this distance b minus a, we can say u means v naught into n, time is n, plus 1 by 2, let the acceleration be a into t square means n square. This is the first expression. In the same way, for this interval, for p2, let this point be q, let this be r, q p to r, we can say c minus a is equal to, so c minus a is this distance, c minus a from here to here, we can say c minus a is equal to v naught and time is 2n plus 1 by 2 a into 2n square. This is the second expression. In the same way, from p to this final distance, we can say it is d minus a, which is equal to v naught into 3n plus 1 by 2 a into 3n whole square. This is the third expression. Now we have to find d minus a. So we know d minus a is v naught into 3n plus this. We have to find c minus b. So c minus b can be written as c minus a plus minus b minus a. C minus b is also equal to this, and we know c minus a is this. So c minus b can be written as c minus a. C minus a means this one. It is v naught into 2n plus 1 by 2 a into 2n whole square minus b minus a means v naught into n minus 1 by 2 a into n square. So c minus b comes out to be, it is v naught into n, this 2 v naught n, we get v naught into n plus 1 by 2 a into 2n square minus n square can be written as 3n into 2n minus 1, 3n square. If we multiplied this whole expression by 3, if I multiplied this by 3, I get here 3 v naught n into 3 times this. So 3 c minus b is equal to v naught into 3n plus 1 by 2 a into 3n its whole square. If we compare this one and this one, so these two are equal because v naught into 3n, here it is v naught into 3n, it is 1 by 2 3n whole square, this is 1 by 2 3n whole square. So we can say d minus a here is 3 times c minus b. The velocity time graph of a particle moving along a straight line is given by the graph shown. This is velocity and this is time graph. The rate of acceleration and deceleration is same and is equal to 4 meter per second square. Let this acceleration a, this is retardation a, and a we know it is 4 meter per second square. It is given. If the average velocity during its motion is 15 meter per second, v average is 15 meter per second, that is also given, and the total time of motion, this total time is 20 seconds. The value of t, the time is the time for acceleration, let this time be t, so this is t, the time of retardation is also t, and this time is 20 minus 2t. This 20 minus 2t is the time when the particle is for uniform motion. Let the maximum speed attained by the particle is v naught. So from here we can say v naught is equal to u means 0 plus a means 4 into t. The total average speed, we know the total average speed is 15, so I can say average speed is the total distance travel divided by total time taken, and we know the time taken is 20. So average speed is the total distance travel. I am assuming s is the total distance, so s comes out to be 15 into 20, that is equal to 300 meter. So the total distance traveled by the particle is 300 meter in this 20 second. Now we can say the distance traveled during first interval. So it is s1, let this distance be s1. S1 is equal to ut a plus half a means 4 into t square. So from here it comes out to be 2t square. So this 2t square, this is also 2t square. So this distance is 300 minus 4t square. This is the distance where the particle move with constant speed. This is s2. Let this be s1, this be s2, and this is s2, and this is s3. So s1 and s3 is s1 and s3 is 2t square, and s2 is 300 minus 4t square. Now we can say s2, which is also equal to the speed. Speed here is v naught, so it is also equal to v naught into the time. It is also equal to v naught into time. Time means it is 20 minus 2t. Now from here we can say v naught is 4t, so it comes out to be 300 minus 4t square is equal to v naught means 4t into 20 minus 2t. So from here we get 300 minus 4t square is equal to 80t minus 8t square, or we get 300 minus 4t square, 300 minus 4t square is equal to 80t minus 80 square, 80t minus 8t square. So from here we can say 4t square, this 8t comes here, 80 square, we will bring it on this side, it is 4t square minus 80t plus 300 is equal to 0. So if we cancel it, it becomes 4t square minus 20t plus 75, that is equal to 0. Now this can be written as t square minus 15t. I will split this 20 in two parts, that is minus 15t minus 5t plus 75, that is equal to 0. From here we can say t minus 15 multiplied by t minus 5 is equal to 0. So or t is either 15 or 5. So t is equal to 15, which is not possible, because if I substitute t here 15, here if I put t here 15, so this s2 becomes negative. So s2 can never be negative, so only possible option is t is equal to 5 seconds. So t is equal to 5 seconds. So this is the first answer. So the particle accelerated for first 5 seconds. The second question is the maximum speed acquired by the particle. Now we can say the maximum speed acquired by the particle is v naught, that is equal to 4 into t. So the maximum speed is 4 into t means 5, that is equal to 20 meter per second. The third is the distance traveled by the body with uniform velocity. So it is s2. So we can say s2, that is equal to v0. We know v0 is 20 into 20 minus 2 into 5. So it comes 2 into 5, that is equal to 200 meter. Prove that for a particle moving with uniform acceleration f in a straight line given by f is equal to 2 s dash by t dash minus s by t divided by t plus t dash, where s is the distance travel in t second and s dash is the distance travel in next t dash second. So we know the initial speed, let it be u. U is initial speed of the particle. So since this particle is moving with uniform speed, it is u. So for first t second it travel distance s. So I can say s is equal to ut, means u into t, plus it is f into t square, because it is given a is equal to f. So this is the first part. Second, here the velocity becomes v, which is equal to u plus f into t. Now in the next t dash second, this next t dash second, this time is t dash, it travel a distance s dash. So I can say s dash is equal to v dash into t plus half a, means f, into t dash square. This is your v dash. So now I can say s by t, from here I can say s by t, that is equal to u plus f into t by 2. This is the first expression. From here I can say s dash by t dash, that is equal to v dash. We can substitute the value of v dash from here. It is u plus f into t plus 1 by 2 f into t dash. So this is s dash by t dash. If I subtract s dash, if I say this is our second equation, so s dash by t dash minus s by t, that is equal to u plus f into t plus 1 by 2 f into t dash minus s by t, as I know s by t is u minus f into t by 2. So this u will vanish. We get this is equal to ft minus ft by 2 is f into t by 2 plus f into t dash by 2. So from here I can say f is equal to 2 into s by t, s dash by t dash minus s by t whole divided by, this is t plus t dash. So f, this is the acceleration of the particle which is written. The next question, a distance s is divided in n equal part at the end of each of which the acceleration of a moving particle is increased by f1, so that the velocity of the particle after describing the distance is this, where f is the initial acceleration of the particle. So the total distance is s, this distance is s by n. So s distance is divided in n equal parts, so this is also s by n, this is also s by n, s by n, s by n, and so on. So this is the initial speed. Let it the initial speed be 0. It is given the particle starts from rest, so initial speed is 0. Here the speed is v, here it is v1, here it is v1, here it is v2, here it is vn, here it is vn minus 1, and so on. So from here we can say v1 square is equal to 0 square plus twice a, let the acceleration be a. It is given the v1 square is equal to 0 square plus twice acceleration for this interval is f, so it is f into s by n. For second interval we can say v2 square is equal to v1 square plus twice it is f, and the acceleration increases by f by n, so acceleration here is f plus f by n, so I will substitute it here, it is f plus f by n, and the distance is s by n. In the same way v3 square is equal to v2 square plus twice it is f plus 2f by n into s by n. In the same way vn minus 1 square is equal to vn minus 2 square plus 2 times f plus n minus 2 into f by n into s by n, and vn square is equal to vn minus 1 square plus 2 times it is 2 times f plus n minus 1 into f by n into s by n. Now if I add all this, so these two terms will go on cancelling each other, and finally we get when you add all this you will get vn square is equal to vn as 2fs by n into n plus 1 by n plus 2 by n plus 3 by n plus n minus 1 by n. So this is vn square. So from here we can say this is equal to vn square is equal to 2fs by n into n plus 1 by n, it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus this plus n minus 1 up to n minus 1. So from here we can say vn square is equal to 2fs by n into n plus 1 by n. We know summation of n is equal to n by 2 into n plus 1. Here we are adding the terms up to n minus 1, so we can say this is equal to n minus 1 into n divided by 2. In place of n here I will substitute n minus 1. Solving it, this n will cancel out. We get vn square that is equal to 2fs by n into it is 3n minus 1 divided by 2. So this 2 will vanish. We get vn that is equal to root over fs by n into 3n minus 1. This is the answer. If v1, v2, v3 be the average velocity in 3 successive interval of time t1, t2 and t3. Here the average speed is v1, here the average speed is v2, here the average speed is v3. For the time interval, for this time it is t1, this interval the time is t2, for this interval time is t3. The acceleration of the particle is constant. Let the acceleration be a. We have to prove that V1 minus V2 by V2 minus V3 is this. We can say let this distance be S1, let this be S2, let this be S3. So S1 is equal to, we can say S1 is equal to, here let the speed be, let here speed be U, let here be V, let here be V dash, and let here be V double dash. Now we can say this is the average. V1 is the average speed for this interval, V2 is the average speed for this interval, V3 is the average speed for third interval. So S1 can be written as, it is UT, U into T1 plus half A into T1 square. So from here I can say S1 by T1, that is equal to U plus A into T1 by 2, and this is V1, because average speed is the total distance traveled divided by total time taken. This is V1. Similarly, we can say for second interval S2 is equal to U. For this interval U is V, and V is U plus A T1 into T2 plus 1 by 2 A into T2 square. So from here I can say S2 divided by T2, that is equal to V2, the average speed for second interval, which is equal to U plus AT1 plus half A T2. This is our second expression. Similarly, S3 is equal to U. So U here is V dash, and V dash is equal to U plus A T1 plus T2. So I can write here, it is U plus A T1 plus A T2 multiplied by T3 plus half A into T3 square. So S3 by T3, that is equal to U plus AT1 plus AT2 plus 1 by 2 AT3, and this is your V3. This is your third expression. Now from this three expression, we can find V1 minus V2 by V2 minus V2 minus V3, and we know V1, as we know V1 is equal to, from here we can say V1 is equal to U plus AT1 by 2. So I will substitute it here. V1 is equal to U plus AT1 by 2 minus V2. We know V2 is equal to U plus AT1, U plus, it is U plus AT1 plus half AT2 whole divided by V2, means it is U plus AT1 plus half AT2 minus V3. Now we can say V3. From here we can say V3 is equal to, this is V3. V3 is equal to U plus AT1 plus AT2 plus 1 by 2 AT3. So I will substitute it here. It is U plus AT1 plus AT2 plus AT3 by 2. I am putting here minus sign because it is subtraction here. So from here this U will vanish. This AT1 plus AT1 by 2 minus AT1 by 2, it comes out to be minus AT1 by 2 minus AT2 by 2 whole divided by, now this is AT1 and AT1, this both will cancel out. It is half AT2 minus half AT2, it comes out to be minus AT2 by 2 minus AT3 by 2, and from here we can say this A by 2 will vanish, cancel out, and this minus sign will cancel out. We get T1 plus T2 divided by T2 plus T3. So hence it is proved. This is a very good question. If a point move under uniform acceleration describes successive equal distance, let this distance be s, let this distance be s, let this distance be s. In time t1, this time is t1, this is t2 and this is t3. So I can say, let here initial speed is u. So I can say s is equal to u into t1 plus half a into t1 square. So from here I can say s by t1 is equal to u plus a t1 by 2. This is first expression. Similarly, for this second interval, the velocity here is v. So I can say s is also equal to, this distance is u, u means v means u plus a into t1 into t2 plus half a into t2 square. So from here we can say s by t2, that is equal to u plus a t1 plus half a t2. This is our second equation. Similarly, I can say s by t3 is equal to, it is u, here the speed is u plus a t1 plus t2. So it is u plus a t1 plus a t2 plus 1 by 2 a t3, and this is our third expression. Now first minus second plus third. If I add first and third and subtract the second expression, then I get s by t1 minus s by t2 plus s by t3, that is equal to u plus a by 2 into t1 plus t2 plus t3. After some calculation you will get this result. So from here I can say, if I say for all this whole distance starting from here to here, we can say the total distance traveled by the particle is 3s is equal to u into t means t1 plus t2 plus t3. For total distance s is equal to ut plus half a t square plus half a into t1 plus t2 plus t3 square. I can write this expression as 3s by t1 plus t2 plus t3, that is equal to u plus half a into t1 plus t2 plus t3. If I compare this expression and this expression I have written for the total distance starting from here to here. This total distance is 3s and the total time is t1 plus t2 plus t3. So by using s is equal to ut plus half a t square, I get this expression, this one. So if I compare these two, u plus a by 2 into this, so these two are equal. So if I equate these two expression, I get 1 by t1 minus, it is 1 by t1 minus 1 by t2 plus 1 by t3 is equal to 3 by t1 plus t2 plus t3. It is proved.